Good evening, guys, and welcome back to my channel. So tonight I have kind of an impromptu random video to share with you. This literally came out of nowhere. Sometimes what I will do is I will take a few perfumes that I really like and I'll bring them down and share them with my boyfriend and just tell him to tell me what he thinks about them. I just think it's really interesting hearing what he thinks about some of my favorite perfumes because you just never know. Sometimes your perception of a perfume is different than what other people, and especially your boyfriend or your partner or your husband, is perceiving the perfume to be. And his response was really interesting and I thought I would share it with you guys. So if this is something that you enjoy, let me know down below. I have been getting a lot of requests lately to do boyfriend rates videos. So he and I are both pretty private people. He doesn't like to be on camera any more than I do. This is just going to be me telling you about these fragrances and telling you what was his favorite, what was his least, what he liked about the perfume, what he didn't like, and kind of his perception about them. And there's quite a few very popular perfumes in today's video, so I think that you'll be kind of surprised by his response and what he found to be more attractive or less attractive. So if this is your first time on my channel, thank you so much for stopping by. My name is Alithia, and on this channel we talk mostly about perfume. If that is something that you enjoy, I would love if you would consider subscribing. Also, feel free to head on over and follow me on Instagram at The Simple Chic Life. And without further ado, let's get started in today's video. Okay guys, so like I said, this is a very random video idea. Sometimes I like to just bring perfumes down to my boyfriend and get him to smell them and tell me his thoughts on them. I just think it's really fun to get a male's perspective, and I really like hearing what he has to say about some of my favorite perfumes. So tonight was a very random idea, but I thought this is a really great video topic because I'm sure a lot of other people would be interested to know what would a man's perspective be on these 6 perfumes that are pretty popular and also some of my favorite. So we're starting off with what would be his least favorite out of the batch that I showed him. To be fair, he really liked all of them. He just had different feelings and different impressions about each one. So the first one is Jo Malone Peony and Blush Suede. I was really curious to ask him his thoughts on this perfume because this is a perfume that I've never worn around him before, and I had never shown this to him and I didn't really know what he would think about it, but it is one of my favorite perfumes. So this is a floral fragrance. It does have a couple of other floral notes in it, but is predominantly a red apple, peony, and suede fragrance. So this one is very clean, very fresh, very beautiful, very elegant, very pretty, what I would call refined and almost bridal. I always tell you guys I do feel like this is a very bridal scent. It's just a very pretty, effortless perfume. And that is exactly kind of his perception. He said,
I really like it. It smells really nice. It smells very fresh, very refreshing.
Not what he would call sexy or particularly, seductive or date night or anything like that. He just said it smells really nice and it smells very refreshing. And this one was the one that he told me at the end was his least favorite out of the batch. Like I said, not that he didn't like it. He did really like it. He just said it was his least favorite, but that it was overall very nice. And I would have to agree, this is definitely not like super sexy, super groundbreaking, but it is one of my personal favorite perfumes. If you guys watch my channel, you know that. I absolutely love this fragrance, and I was really happy that he also said that he enjoyed it. And I think that this would be a great perfume to wear just anytime, anywhere, every day, very effortless, going to work, going to the office, going shopping, just a really great everyday perfume. So that is Jo Malone, Peony, and Blush Suede. So like I said, you guys, I'm not going to be going into super depth with the notes of these perfumes. Some of them I have most of the notes memorized, other ones I don't. I just kind of have like the basic gist of it. And this is Britney Spears Private Show. This was his second least favorite. Again, not that he didn't like it. He liked this one a little bit more than Peony and Blush Suede, which just goes to show that you don't have to spend a lot of money to smell good, especially to the opposite sex. I know that a lot of men really find these Britney Spears perfumes to be very sexy and very feminine, which that's what they're designed to be. They're designed to be kind of flirty and girly and fun and youthful and sweet. And that's what a lot of men do seem to like on women. So if you guys haven't smelled this before, this is basically a sweet coffee perfume. It's somewhere along the lines of Black Opium, but this one smells definitely less expensive than Black Opium, more synthetic, it just smells cheaper. It smells less expensive than Black Opium. But I do really like this one, you guys. What I get from this is like a sweet, creamy, milky coffee. And I think there might be some fruity notes in here as well. It is brighter than Black Opium. It has like a lighter touch to it. Lasting power, not incredible, but it's not terrible either. And I really like it. There's something about it that is very, very likable for me. And I think it's because I do like a good coffee perfume. I also really love Black Opium. If you guys watch my channel, then you know that. And what my boyfriend said this smelled like was a rich girl. He said this smelled like a rich girl who has a nice apartment. So I don't know, it's completely opposite to what the perfume actually is. It's a very inexpensive fragrance. It's funny that he even coined the word rich to go with this perfume, because definitely you do not have to be rich to buy this perfume. It is extremely affordable. I think I paid about $15 or $20 for this fragrance. But you know, it is likable. There's something about it I like, and I honestly don't know how I would ever whittle down my perfume collection, because how do you say no to these perfumes that, even though they're not like groundbreaking, they're not amazing, you still really like them? Like, how do you say goodbye to them? I don't know, but this one's really good. I like it. Boyfriend likes it, and that is Britney Spears' Private Show. In our fourth place, which is his third least favorite, but like I said, he liked all of them, but this one is still fourth away from his favorite. So this is Ariana Grande Cloud, and this is your whipped cream, sweet, lavender, airy, coconutty type of fragrance that a lot of people compare to Baccarat Rouge from Maison Francis Kurkdjian. This one, you guys, like I said, has really started to grow on me. There is a little bit of a dent missing from this bottle, because I did fill a little travel size atomizer with about 5 to 10 mils of this perfume, just so I could take it with me on the go. But I haven't really worn this one a lot, but I did welcome this into my collection a couple weeks ago, just because this scent profile is really starting to grow on me, and I do really like it. And this is a very sweet, again, feminine, but kind of fluffy, light, airy. There's something different about this perfume. It's different from every other celebrity scent that I've ever smelled, and it does have some resemblance to a very, very expensive, really, really good smelling perfume, which of course is Baccarat Rouge. What he said about this one is it smells like a penthouse. Again, he is attaching or associating these perfumes with wealthy connotations, saying it smells rich, it smells expensive, it smells luxurious, it smells like a penthouse, and he did think it smelled very sexy and very girly. So I would imagine that he is thinking about, you know, date night and, you know, a very attractive girl in a penthouse kind of thing. That's kind of what he was alluding to when he was smelling this one. And you know, I would have to agree. I do think that this has a little bit of an expensive touch to it, probably more so than what we give it credit for, being it is a celebrity scent and it is a very affordable celebrity perfume. I really like it. You know, like I said, this is truly growing on me. I have really started to like this perfume. It's similar to Baccarat Rouge. It kind of played with my mind a little bit. I was like, do I really like it, or do I just think it smells good? I'm not really sure, but I do really like this fragrance. There's something about it that I can't deny. It does smell really, really nice. And it does become a little bit addictive. It's really yummy, and it's sweet, and it's fluffy and airy and light, and it's kind of just an easy reach. It's not overpowering, it's not too strong. Yeah, so I really like this one, you guys. So that is Ariana Grande Cloud. Again, boyfriend likes it, thinks it smells like an attractive girl in a nice penthouse. So there you have it. In our number 3 spot, and I actually couldn't believe A, that he liked this one, and B, that he liked it more than Cloud. That actually really blew my mind. I thought that he wasn't going to like this at all, because it's a very unique, different smelling perfume. This is Ariana Grande Thank You Next, and this is that macaroon, I think coconut, I think there's actually vanilla orchid or pink orchid or something in here, and essentially this smells like sweet dill pickles in a way. Very strange. He told me he did not get a dill pickle resemblance at all, even after I told him that the majority of the population, I think, picks up a dill pickle quality with this perfume, including myself. Although even though I smell that in here, I still love it. There's something about it that I find very addictive and that I really, really like. But he didn't get that. What he said it smelled like was bright and optimistic and like a new job. So to him, this smells like something you would wear to a job interview maybe, or your first day of work at a new job. I don't know what kind of job that would be. I don't think this smells like corporate office or healthcare provider. Like, I really don't know what kind of job he's thinking about. I'll leave that to your guys' imagination. But he said that this smelled like happy, good, and he actually went, like, you know, he liked it. He said it smelled really nice and it smelled like a new job. So I don't know. strange that he would put New Job smell above the Penthouse Girl and the Rich Girl smell. I don't know, but for some reason he really, really liked this. And so what I get from this perfume, you guys, and I've told you guys that this is kind of like a guilty pleasure perfume for me because I don't know, I would like to say that one of my favorite perfumes are, I mean they are, but Chanel, Baccarat Rouge, you know. Thank You Next from Ariana Grande. Very inexpensive, a little gimmicky with like the cracked, like broken heart thing that it comes in. Really not expensive. It doesn't smell expensive. It smells strange. It smells like dill pickles. Like, I don't know what it is, but there's something about this perfume I really, really like and I find quite addictive. Again, like Cloud, I do find this one to be one I just keep coming back to, and I really, really like wearing this, you guys. And the lasting power with Thank You Next is ridiculous. This will last forever in your clothing and it will last you all day on your skin. This is a perfume that really gives you, I think, probably more than what you pay for it. This is worth more than what it costs in terms of performance. It's also very unique. I've never smelled another perfume that smells quite like this one. Again, it's like that sweet macaroon. I think there's coconut in here, although I don't really pick up coconut. It's just very strange, but it's very good, and it has like a strange, spicy, dilly quality in the background that I can't quite put my finger on. Boyfriend likes it. This is the third spot for him out of these 6 perfumes, his third favorite, Ariana Grande, Thank You Next. In the number 2 spot, and I knew that this was going to be in there, I have shown him the Tendre EDT before. I had not shown him the Tendre EDP. I wanted to see what he thought because the EDT and the EDP are very, very similar, and I knew he was going to like this because he loves the EDT, and for some reason, men in general love Tendre. It just smells fresh, light, shampoo-y, and there's something about it that they love. There's something about it that is very, very sexy to a man's nose. I don't know why, but my boyfriend is no exception. So this is Tendre, the Eau de Parfum, and this one is like, just like I said, fresh, shampoo-y, out of the shower, clean girl. I think there's quince, grapefruit, rose. I can't remember what all else is in here. The notes in here are slightly different from the EDT. The EDT is like fresher and fruitier, and this one is a little heavier on the floral and the musk. So it is like a musky, clean, shampoo-y fragrance. I really like it. This one has grown on me so much. This one and the EDT, I still have both of them. I don't think I want to get rid of either one, even though I feel like having both is overkill because they're so similar. I don't think I want to get rid of either one because I love the way both of them smell, and it's, oh my gosh, it's so good. It's so clean and fresh and classy and effortless and timeless and all age appropriate, and it just smells darn good, you guys. It just smells so good. And this one also, pretty good performance. I don't find that it has as big of a sillage as the Eau de Toilette almost. Like the Eau de Toilette is like fresher, and I feel like you can smell it more on the air, but this one will last forever in your clothing. I've sprayed this one on a gym shirt before, and 2 or 3 days later, I could still smell it on my shirt. It just stays in the fabric forever, and it really makes me feel just fresh and elegant and effortless. And what my boyfriend said about this one is that it smelled fresh and sexy and like the Cayman Islands. He said this is what you would wear at the Cayman Islands. You're on vacation, there's this ocean breeze, although this does not smell aquatic in the slightest. I mean, a little bit maybe in the shampoo aspect, but it doesn't smell like an ocean. It doesn't smell salty or like sea notes or anything like that. No coconut, no frangipane, like nothing tropical or anything. But yeah, he said this is like a fresh ocean breeze and you're on vacation and it just smells sexy and fresh, basically. So yeah, I would agree with that analogy, although this wouldn't be my first choice if I was on vacation in the Cayman Islands. But all those thoughts aside, that's what this smells like to him. And yeah, just he absolutely loved it. But there was one perfume that he liked even more than this one, and we're gonna get to that one next. And in our number 1 spot, the best one out of all these 6 perfumes that I shared with him, that I've shared with you, was Versace Crystal Noir. This did not surprise me. I kind of knew this was going to take the top spot. I already knew how he felt about this perfume, but I wanted him to smell it again to see if maybe that was just a one-off, like maybe his nose was just different that night or something. I have not actually worn this around him yet. I've only just let him smell the bottle. but this is one that he goes crazy for. He says it smells so sexy, so seductive, and he said this would be, he said he would call this affair, like an affair perfume. So I think he's interpreting it as like sexy, seductive, alluring, kind of naughty, kind of like, you know, bad girl, sexy kind of, and that's what he thinks this smells like. So yeah, I would agree with that. There's something about this that is very, very alluring and very attractive, and just like a woman who can pretty much get whatever she wants. I feel like that's what this smells like. There's something about it. It's very unique. I think there's sandalwood in here. I think there is a little bit of like a peppery note. I think there is coconut. There's coconut for sure in the EDP, and I think there is in the EDT too. I just think Grande might not list it. There's also violet. This is like a floral, like fresh fragrance, but there's also this darkness to it, and there's this cold, creamy darkness. So it's a very, very interesting perfume, and in his words, the Versace beats them all. He said the Versace is solid and better than all the other ones I showed him. So in his opinion, this is better than Tendre, this is sexier than Cloud, this is sexier than the Britney Spears, this is better than the Jo Malone, this is the one that he likes the best. And I do think that it's pretty universal. I've seen other reviews where men really seem to like this fragrance. And yeah, what I get from it is like this peppery coldness, but also this freshness, creamy, it's a very hard perfume to describe, actually. For me, it is a very hard perfume to describe because it is so unique. It's very special. I hope it's not discontinued. I heard a rumor, or I think I read somewhere in my comments, somebody said this might be discontinued, and I was like, please God, no, because I don't want to have to stock up on more backup bottles of more discontinued perfumes. But yeah, I really like this one. Why I haven't worn it really at all since I've gotten it, I'm not sure. I think just because I haven't had it that long and I have so many other perfumes, but in any case, Versace Crystal Noir, the Eau de Toilette, took the cake for him as #1 spot, sexiest out of all these 6 perfumes, and I'd have to agree. I do think this is probably the sexiest out of all the fragrances in today's video. And that is the last one in this list. So now let's quickly do a recap. Okay, so these were the 6 beautiful fragrances that I asked my boyfriend about this evening and his thoughts on the same. So let's do a quick recap. His favorite one was Versace Crystal Noir, coming in the #1 spot, and he said that it smelled like a seductive affair type of perfume. Take that for what you will. I'm not promoting that people have an affair or anything like that. That was just his like immediate thoughts. I don't know. #2 spot for him as his second favorite went to Chanel Chance Eau Tendre, which he said was just a very fresh, like Cayman Island beachy type of scent. #3 spot was surprisingly Thank You Next, which he said smelled like an optimistic first day at work. Your first day at a new job perfume. Again, take that for what you will. I don't know. Apparently he likes it. Like, it must be likable if that's your perception. Like, ooh, new job. Like, okay, I don't know. I don't understand what goes on in his mind. I'm just here to share it with you. In the #4 spot was Cloud from Ariana Grande, which he said smelled like a girl at a penthouse, probably a rich penthouse. I don't think he goes to penthouses. Can you go to a cheap penthouse? I don't even know if that exists. So #4 spot, Ariana Grande Cloud. #5 spot went to Britney Spears Private Show, which he said smelled like a rich girl. A rich girl wearing a $20 perfume, which there's nothing wrong with that. And in his last spot, his least favorite, but he still really liked it and said that it was just, ooh, very fresh, was Jo Malone, Peony, and Blush Suede. And that is the list. So again, take this with a grain of salt. This is just one man's opinion. And yeah, I always like to hear what he has to say. I find it very interesting. So yeah, so those were those 6 perfumes ranked by my boyfriend. Let me know if you like this type of video. I can make this like a mini series where I take, 5 random perfumes, pit them up against each other, let my man smell them, and come back and tell you guys which ones are sexy, which ones are not the sexiest in his opinion. I just think it's something very fun. I like to see other people's videos where their boyfriends rate or where they tell which perfumes their boyfriends like the most on them. I find that really interesting because I'm always looking for a new date perfume, or, it's just interesting to know like what the opposite sex thinks about your perfumes. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this little video. I hope that you did. I'm looking forward to talking to you down below, and thank you so much for watching. So that was it for today's video, you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to talking to you down below in the comments, and I'll see you all very soon in my next one. Bye for now.